Hey guys, it's me, Liz from Liz Vista's Flosstube. This is my end of the year WIP parade. So I'm going to show you all my WIPs, and I have 3 that are going to be New Year, New Starts. And I do have a new start since last time that I've been working on. So here we go. I'm going to try to give you any information I have. Almost all of mine are on 18, well, they're all on 18 count Ada, but most of mine are on this oatmeal color, and it's from Amazon. You get it and it's like a really big piece. It's called like Canfoisson or something. But I like that stuff the best, so I have that on a lot of mine. And then there's some fabric flare and some white. That's pretty much it. So here we go. There will probably be some cuts where I stop and then come back because I have so many I can't get them all set out. So here we go. Okay, no particular order. These are just the ones that I had around. This one is the, actually, no, I can't. It's the Tattoos, by Stitchrovia. I can't think of what it's called. Inspirational Tattoo or something like that. And this is all I've got. I was trying to decide if it would be better to do all the black and then fill in the color like you're coloring, like a coloring book, or do the colors and then do the black. And I started doing the black and I just stopped after a while. But I really do love this pattern and I will do it, just not right now. So that's that one. Where am I putting these? I don't know. And then this is, who's this by? I think this is a, oh, I don't know. Sorry, this was not a good plan. I don't feel good. But I'm putting off doing what actually needs done. I gotta change the water in the fish tank and I don't really want to. So this one is called Sweet as Can Be. I think this is, maybe a Stitchrovia also. So this is what I've got done. And this is a fabric flare that's called Berkshire Hive. So it's printed to look like a honeycomb. So that's what I've got done. And then I got this needle minder from Etsy, and it's got like a big clay background or back magnet, and then this is all handmade. Most of my needle minders I've made myself. This one was one of the Halloween pins we got at Walmart. So I'm like, yep, needle minder. This one is a scissor sampler by Tellem Emblem. And I got, I think, almost halfway done with this one. I really love it. And this, I think, is, I think this fabric is a, oh, what's it called? Fiberlicious? It's either a Fiberlicious or it's the ones that smell really good. No, it must be Fiberlicious. Ex-Jew, but I think it's Fiberlicious. So I thought it'd be really cool on this blue. It's very pretty. And this one is one that I had started, and then this is the restart. And this is 1920s Art Deco Lady by Vivsters. I have a ton of her patterns because she keeps coming out with pretty patterns and I can't stop myself. But this is where I got on my restart. And this is a fabric flare. So it's printed and it's called Twilight Hand Dyed Effect. And then this one, since I know it is going to be one I'm going to be working on for a long time because it's lots and lots and lots of stitching, this is one of the little frames I found at a thrift store, and you actually stitch it on to the fabric, and then it's on there for a while. So I figured this would be a good one to stitch on. So that's my first time using one of those ones where you actually baste stitch it on. And then this one is from Jardin Privé. And this one comes in, I think, 4 parts, and you can either stitch them separately or they give you instructions on how to stitch the whole thing together. So I'm stitching all of it together. So there's an alphabet at the top that I already finished. Then there's these 4 little ones. There's a big thing in the middle, and then there's another band across the bottom. So this is beautiful, and I was obsessed with it when I was stitching it, and then I got to that big square and I haven't picked it back up. But they also have another one that's the same sort of thing. Uh-oh, here comes the monster. No, she's gonna torture the dog instead. Maggie, leave the dog alone. Out of her face. Out of her face. But they have another one that's called like Sheep Farm or some, it's French. So I think it's like Sheep Farm or Sheep House. But it's the same sort of thing where it's a bunch of parts and you can stitch it all together or separate pieces. So I want to get that one too. That one's really pretty, and these colors, they're like kind of like vintagey colors. And then this is the one that I have 2 on 1 frame, and I don't know if I'm going to do this alphabet now. I'm going to try to input the pattern into Pattern Keeper again, but it's screwed up. So this is Santa Quill by Long Dog Samplers. This was their Christmassy thing. It's a big raven, and he's in a Santa's sleigh, and it's getting pulled by rabbits, and then there's the village underneath. So there's some white, and most of it's black. And then this is, I can't think of, but I think that was called Bright Alphabet. Well, for some reason, when I inputted the chart into Pattern Keeper, it like doubled some of the letters, like it overlapped them, and I don't know if that's just an issue with that. If I just need to put it in again or what. But I can't do it if I can't read the pattern. So there's that. That was for Maggie's room, and that's how big it is, so it's not big. And I was just doing 1 letter at a time. But I think that next set of letters is where it starts to be weird, and it's like they're, I don't know, it's like they're doubled or something. So I'll have to see if I can get that one working correctly. And then this is my Halloween Quaker by Lila's Studio. Everyone does this one. I had put it off because I thought it was really, really, really big, and it's not. It's not as big as I thought. It's big, but it's not as big as I thought. So this is where I got on the Halloween Quaker. This is how big it is. The bottom of the pattern's down here. So that's as big as it gets. I did pick this up a little while ago and do some of this. It still has the needle like in there. I don't know. So there's that one. And this one, I did this color. I picked this one because I wanted to make sure it would show up, and it does. But it uses Gentle Arts. And then this one is another Vivsters, and I'm doing my own color conversion because I have all these fancy flosses, and I wanted to use some of them. So these are all different fancy flosses, except for the black. The black outline is just black. It's just 310. But then the black that's in the pattern that has like this, I'm using Etoile, black Etoile, or no, gray Etoile. And then the gold is gold Etoile. So I just wanted to use some of these colors that I have. So, but this one's pretty big. But so there we go. And then this is the one I just started recently, so we'll show that last. And this is the big one I've been working on. This is my Adventure Time. I am converting a Diamond Art Club diamond painting into cross stitch. I got the Max Stitch program, or Win Stitch program, and I am making the pattern in there. So it's huge because I'll insert a picture. The diamond painting takes my whole closet door. So I know I'm not ever going to do that. Even if I was diamond painting again, I don't think I would ever do it. It looks beautiful without being done. So it's just hanging on my wall. But I do want to do it. So I am doing it as cross stitch. So I'm about halfway through charting it. And this is how far I'm into actually stitching it. So this is where I've got to. This is the bottom of the first page. So like this is one page. It's like, so that's like one photo I took. And then that's the other photo, and then that's the third photo. So basically I'm taking a picture and then one square at a time charting it into Win Stitch. But I think I'm, I don't know, 5% done on the part that I have charted. It's not much at all. What else? This is my DMC 250th anniversary piece. I've told the story several times. It was in an ad. You got this chart free if you sent them a request for the pattern. So I contacted them and got the pattern, and this is where I'm at. It's lots and lots and lots and lots of confetti. So I'm in the trees. I have pretty much 2 more chunks, and then I will be across the top. But it's lots of green, lots of color changing. This is all the colors, like tons. And there's back stitching on top to make it look like tree branches. It's fun, but it's very hard to read. And then this is my Long Dog Samplers Cardinal Points. And this one, I have a page finish. And I started on the next page. So this is where I'm at. This is the DMC conversion. I don't know how good that DMC conversion is. I would much rather start it over and do the general arts, but there's 40 colors, 24 colors, and that's like, that'd be like $60 just for thread. I just can't. So there's that. It's very pretty. Okay, those are gonna be my new starts. Okay, I'll be right back and I will get to the next section. Okay, next section. This is actually my very first 2 counted cross stitches, and I'm going to start them over. This is 14 count, and my margins are very, very tight because I was just concentrating on the fact that I could get 2 patterns on one piece. So the margins are real small. The coverage is terrible because it's 14 count. But I probably will, at least for the 5th element, frame the part that's the title. But it's 5th element and Big Trouble in Little China. So it's just huge, and you can see so much of the fabric behind the stitches. So I'm just gonna go ahead and restart. But like I said, so I'll probably still frame this because it's awesome, or do something with it. I don't know. I don't want to throw it away. But it was my first, and that's what really, like, I was like, yep, I like this, and I dove in. So, more. This is one. This is the Hufflepuff crest. This is, I think it's called World in Stitches. She gave this away as a freebie years ago. You can go on Etsy, I think, and get it now, buy it, but she gave it away originally for free. So, it's the Hufflepuff crest. I have almost all of this filled in. All that's left here is this really, 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 really light yellow. The top of the badger is completely filled in. That's it. I like this one. I need to stitch all of these, but I don't. This is the one that my mom got me for Christmas last year. And I really just overwhelmed myself with the black because it's so much black. So I was working my way down so I could get to the color parts. But it's like choo-choo, chi-chi, I don't know. But so that's her hair, and it goes like all the way down to here. Like, it's so much black. And then this fabric is Vintage Needle Arts. And then this one I think is Vintage Needle Arts too. And this one is my giant Harry Potter by Clouds Factory, and this is the restart. I had done so much of it, but then I realized that there was so much that wasn't going to show up on the light fabric, so I restarted on dark fabric, and I haven't picked it up since I restarted it. But this is where I got. And this giant, I mean, it's huge. It's super long. And then this, I made this needle minder out of some Harry Potter fabric. This one is just daunting because it's so big. And I know that I gave up and started over. Ugh. Okay, this one, I can't remember what shop I got it from. But it's Brave. I was doing like the giant Brave Merida medallion thing, but it was so big and my fabric was not cooperating. So I had restarted it because I had it on 14 count, and then I restarted on 18 count and it was still terrible. So I gave up and I got a different Brave pattern. So this one is big color blocks. So I figured this would be a good one. But that's the mother bear, the queen as a bear. And then there's mountains and a castle and everybody. It's pretty cool. That one's nice if you want to do color blocking, and all their patterns are like that. They're all big blocks of color. And this is my Schitt's Creek sampler, and I was working on the top, and I've got a lot of the top done, and I wanted to work on the back stitching of the words. So I scrolled down. I can insert a picture of what the top looks like. And then I scrolled down and started working on the words. And then this is the bicycle, but there's still some stitches that need to be done. But my frame is complete. I just need, well, the zigzag is complete. I still have to do the little squares, or the little diamonds. But there we go. It's cute. I like it. And then this one is the Modern Folk Embroidery. It was a stitch along, I think, in 2019. I don't know. It's called Hope. And basically what they do is every month they would release a square. And it's monochrome. It's monochrome. So it's only one color. So I was trying to figure out how to do it in two colors because I wanted to do it with silks. So I got these beautiful silks. They are the Waldani silks. They come in like a little, like a ball of yarn, but it's silk. So I got this green and this purple, and they're beautiful. And then for my highlights and the borders, I'm doing, what you call it? A toile that matches. So there's the toile, and then the silks. And then I made these out of 4 layers of cardstock. And I made them just for this. And then my needle minders I made out of the little labels on the silk balls. And then this is my first block, and I don't know if I want to keep going. I probably will, because I've already got so much into it. So like, my green border is a toile, and then the purple blobby things, the blobby things in the middle will be a toile. I don't know, whatever. And then this is a big one that is probably like 80% done. I don't know. This is my Myths and Legends. That's what I call it, because I'm using the Myths and Legend, or the silks of Myth and Legend, from Stitchy Box. And I'm just using a pattern, and I'm making it bands of these colors. So this is where I'm to. There's this is Demeter's Harvest. I think there's one more row, and then that'll be the bottom. So it's really pretty. And then this one, I haven't touched it literally all year. All year. Haven't touched it since 2020. Or 2021. So it says 2021 and 2022. Yeah, I didn't even touch it this year. So I guess that'll have to be changed to a 3. Make it 2023. I might not ever finish it. I don't know. But this is the Cryptid Stitch Along from the Witchy Stitcher. And I got a lot of it done. And then I was having so much trouble with the patterns and not lining up so they're on the same grid as the other ones. And it was so much effort, and I was so mad that I put it down. And even after it finished this year in January or February, she released the whole pattern as a PDF, so you could just go. And I meant to pick it up and do it, and I just never did, because I was so mad at it. So I don't know if that'll ever get done. Who knows? So that is all of the WIPs, except for the last one I started. I started this, I don't know when. Beginning of December? I don't know. It is another long dog. This one's called Dawn Chorus, and I am using all of the Gentle Arts, and I'm doing pretty good. I was super excited, and I didn't want to wait for the Gentle Arts, so I did the words at the top in just 310 instead of the Raven, but the rest will be the called for. So here is where I'm at, and it is awesome. So this is how big it is. So I have all the words done. I have all the notes, and then there's a tree, and 5 trees, and then there's birds, and then there's the back stitching for the lines for the music. So that's what I've got. I'm changing the E and the H to one of the other colors, so that'll be my initials. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited. It's very pretty. I've been working on it all the time. I also made a Christmas ornament for my mom. I did it in 3 days. So I'll insert a picture. This is before backstitching, complete, but before the backstitching. And then I did the backstitching, and it's crazy how much of a difference it makes. And then here it is finished, and she loved it. I wanted to get it done, like I started 2 days before Christmas, and I wanted to get it done for Christmas. And I stitched off and on Christmas Eve all day. I did probably 1,000 stitches. I still didn't get it finished. So I finished it Christmas morning, and she loves it. It's already on the tree. So that's all of my WIPs, I think. Oh no, there's one more. There's the beach. It's downstairs. I'll insert it after. So my New Year, New Starts, I have 3. Someone on Facebook was saying something about New Year, New Start, and they were doing this one. Okay, so this is the one that they were doing for their New Year, New Start, and they said, you know, anyone can join them if they want. It's this, which is the Quaker tiles. Ooh, it doesn't want to show. Let's see. Is that better? Yeah, oh, there we go. So it's this one, Quaker tiles, and they did it as a rainbow. It's actually called, oh, come on. What's it called? Banded rainbow tile. Well, I was like, well, I have that one, and I even have the thread for it. Well, she has released it in a bunch of different colorways. And I saw this one. Oh, dang it. Still being annoying. Okay, so she's released it in different color patterns. And then I saw this one, yeah, like a week or so ago. And when that girl said that she was gonna start a New Year, New Start, I'm like, ooh, American flag. So I'm gonna do this one, and hopefully by July, I will have it done. But she also has one. What? View all. Okay, I'm confusing myself. Okay, so she's got this one, which is like gemstone colors. Ooh, that's pretty too. Dang it, she needs to stop. She's got this one that's like ocean and sand. I think that's it. Hopefully that's it, because I don't want to buy any more. Yeah. So that's it for those. But I mean, so she's got them in different colorways. And then she's got like the same one that's filled in. So there's this one where it's real open looking, but then she has one that is the same thing, where the tiles are the same tiles, but they're filled in. So I have that one and the open one, and now I have this one that I'm starting. So here we go. So this one will be the American flag. And then I went ahead and I had messaged them on Etsy, Unconventional X, that I had this in my favorites, and I went to order it and it wasn't there anymore. And so they got back to me and they said it's still available on their actual website, it's just not available on Etsy anymore. So I went ahead and got it. It's called Hare and Bird, and he is amazing. And they show it on white like this, but they also show it on like a dark color, and it looks really good on dark too. And I almost used my like galaxy fabric because I thought maybe that'd look kind of cool, but then I thought he might look cool on this Twilight hand-dyed effect by Fabric Flare. And I get all my Fabric Flare from dovestitch.com on Etsy, and that's all spelled out. Dovestitch, D-O-T-C-O-M. They have really good prices, and you can get it with the sparkle or without sparkle. You can get it Aida, even weave, yeah. So I think he's gonna look good on that. Now the nice thing is, it's not full coverage. He's huge, but he's not full coverage. And he's only like 6 colors, I think. So that's that one. And then this one, I had a crazy idea. So I have some mandalas that I thought were really cool. I saw them on Etsy, and I thought they were really neat. But I don't want to do like the whole thing and then have another one that have to do the whole thing and another one that have to do the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of going to make like a collage, and I'm going to have this guy in the middle. Let's do the PDF so you can see the back stitching. So in the middle, I'm going to have this guy. It's like a scarab. So this will be the middle. And then I have these mandalas that I thought would look really cool, like to do like half of mandala on one side. Like do like the side of one off of one side, and then I have this mandala. And then do like that one, so it's like just the top of it. And then I have another one. Watermelon. Oh, this one I don't have the... It's kind of watermelon colory. So I thought I could do like parts of all 3 of them with that scarab in the middle. So I'm gonna try it. I'll do the scarab first, and then figure out the placement of the other ones and where to cut the page, like to have the pages stop or whatever. Where's the... Oh, there it is. So I thought that'd be kind of cool to do like a collage. So I figured I made it so it's 200 wide and like 360 tall. So I have room to figure out how they're gonna go. And I just went ahead and gridded the whole thing, and then this is the square of the scarab, or rectangle. It goes a little bit farther down. So there we go. That is all my WIPs, my New Year, New Start plans. I have other WIPs that I've just put away. I just decided I didn't want to do them, not right now, and I wanted the scroll rods. So I'm like, there's no point in having all these things on scroll rods that I'm not going to pick up. So really, this guy could probably come off of the scroll rods, but then I'll know I'll never pick it back up. I don't know. So there we go. I will edit this together as soon as I can. I am going to be buying lots of DMC. I have to get, I think, 2 more skeins of Raven Gentle Arts Raven, because that Dawn Chorus, it definitely needs, I mean, I'm already pretty close to done with that first skein, and I still have a whole bunch left, so I'm gonna get 2 more. And then DMC, and then when tax time comes, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything I need for Lakapati, my pretty lady. And I'm probably going to go ahead and get the stuff for the Art Deco Muha style Merida. The pattern is expensive, and then it takes a lot of colors in beads. So, who knows? Here's my pile. That's a lot. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and... Yay! So, see you next time. See you next year. Bye. Okay, here I am. I was going to show you my last WIP that was downstairs, and I almost forgot. And I sat down to edit, and then I remembered. So my last WIP is, I don't know what it's called. It just says beach, but this is the bee. And there's like that much more of the bee. So that one's that one. I'm doing it this way since it's so long. So my stitches will be different than what they normally would be, like whatever. But I figured this was the easiest way to do it. So there's that. So that is my last WIP. And it's been hanging on the door for a while, since I worked at Walmart. So since July, end of June. But I did realize I do have some haul I got from the thrift store. Just some cross-stitchy things. The bookmarks. A little bit of 22 count Hardinger. It's not a very big piece, but... And then this one is 25 count Lugana. I figured $1 was worth a shot. And then I found these 3 lavender and lace patterns. It is an Angel of Freedom, Angel of Light. So they go together. And then Earth Angel. I grabbed them because I mean, it says 1992, so I figured they're probably pretty hard to get a hold of. I don't know if I would stitch the Earth Angel, but I do kind of like the Angel of Freedom. So there we go. That's it. Oh, wait. And then a Better Homes and Garden, April 1999. The Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. I guess they used to do this like once or twice a year, where they would do like just a cross stitch magazine, and it's got some cool patterns. I just figured, like, this one's got a bunch of specialty stitches in it, and it tells you how to do the stitches. And you know, it's very dated, but it's got some cute things in it. Really, I just wanted that that's on the cover, that door. Thought it was pretty. And then this pattern I like, so of course I'm gonna have to contact DMC and see if I can still get that. They'll probably send it to me in a PDF. It'll probably be impossible to read, but I'm gonna try anyway. But it just says, for your free DMC oranges chart, please send a legal side self-addressed stamped envelope to blah, 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 blah. So, it's another free pattern from them. Maybe it's online. Because 99, that's not that long ago, right? About to be 23 years. So, Happy New Year. And I will see you next time.